we had basically to do with the animal guardian. The next one, though, I got for the heart situation. All right, what we felt actually with our hearts. And this one here is wise one. So we had to actually all grow within the current situation. All right, it doesn't matter if we are upset with the headdress, or if we're not upset with headdress, if we have accepted or have not accepted actually the apology from the Pope. All right. Basically, this card's really good though, especially within the heart situation. So that one there is again though is grow within your current actually situation. So basically, we have to grow together to be able to move forward. Now, the last one though is actually to do with challenge. All right, what we see from the challenge, what he's actually brought over here, and what we have to basically work on. And this one here is trader. Exchange energy and creates abundance. Right. So that right there is really, really good though, because it's exactly for what has happened, right? We have to work actually on all together. So all right. So that's what we've got right there. So Trevor just gave the thumbs up. So if the producer wants to pop on for a sec and sort of no, all right. So again, those Eva, we're gonna have to touch this again, probably later on down the road, which is really good. But that's what we've got. So,
well, it's interesting the cards that you drew. I'm not going to do a reading because you're running against some time. The owl was the first one, an owl.
Yep.
Mine was the star, which also had a bird in it. The second one was the wise one.
Yep.
Mine was the King of Pentacles. And the last one was also a gentleman, and it was, in my case, the King of Wands, rods. Keep forgetting which deck I'm using. So my cards kind of fit in with your cards very well. And I would give kind of the same reading.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we just got from Cheryl sounds back, which is awesome. We do apologize. But what I was explaining to Eva though earlier is basically to do with the moccasins. We were talking about the headdress. We were talking about the lady singing in Cree, and with the Pope's health. So yeah. So that's what we've been talking about. Hopefully, though, I can be able to actually share this with you, the audio. Hopefully, we can get the audio a little taken off from the YouTube stream, hopefully. And then that way we can play it back. Again, though, we do apologize for everybody that's taking part actually on YouTube. So, for again, though, is even we've been just looking basically about this week, though, what it's been meaning, what we've been getting actually for benefits. Again, though, is for those that don't realize, though, the states actually also did get the televised exactly of the streams. So, all right, and Eva, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right. How much did they show actually in the States of what took place here in Canada?
I would say probably about a quarter of what was going on. I mean, it was on the news for the first couple of days, maybe the first week till Wednesday. No, I don't think so. Like Monday and Tuesday, the big days. The rest of it, there's been nothing. In fact, I was not even aware that he was still in Canada.
Yeah.
So that shows you what hasn't been on or has been on. And here in the state, there was kind of more of a positive sling on it, that he was there to apologize. And it seemed like many of the elders accepted the apology and everything is hunky-dory.
Okay.
I think if he were in the United States, we'd have more coverage, but being in Canada, even though it's our neighbors and it's something that involves the tribes here, I didn't think there was that much coverage. I thought there could have been more, but with everything else that's going on here, I'm surprised
Yeah.
he got anything.
So true, so true. Especially with actually some of the deaths actually going actually on down there right now that have been hitting the news. I know up here in Canada, it's also been hitting the news. But yeah, but at least the news did get to the States, which is awesome.
And they did do the thing about the ceremony with the war bonnet, but they didn't do a lot of explanations as to what this was all about. It was just that the natives gave him this war bonnet as a da 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 blah blah blah. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
And I mean, I give them credit, like you say, at least they had something, but they could have probably done more. And I'm sure if I really looked, probably could have found on some other news stations.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I know right where you are, especially in Brown City, Michigan. Like again, though, as compared to like living down in California, right? You guys are a lot closer to us.
Yes.
And with Michigan, though, I think there's 2 different bands actually within Michigan, altogether, right? But still, it's good though. Like again, though, that we're reaching the States, which is awesome. So, all right. So I think Cheryl just typed in a question. Let me just take a look for a sec. All right, so Cheryl typed in, I wish the Pope actually had visit with more Aboriginal people and sites when children's bodies have been found. That's true though. Is like, yeah, too bad he couldn't go around to certain areas and actually be able to look directly at the more of the school areas, right?
Yeah.
But he was only given a certain time actually in the country. That was the downfall. Now, for those that did watch last week's episode, I did indicate though that we went to one of the schools there. All right. And this deals with sort of the children and everything else. But right when Trevor and I, we went to Spanish Ontario, they had a playground right actually on the school property, right where the boys' school was. And the one thing though is for the producer, it kind of felt weird, but I turned around to the producer and I said, well, you never know if the playground was technically there right when the school was there. It could be left remains. You never know. But again, there's still bodies being found every single day. We haven't stopped. Our numbers are still climbing higher and higher and higher. So like the steps. So it's like
it's a terrible thing, and it also happened here in the United States.
Yeah.
There were many schools, mostly out in the plains area with the Plains Indians, because they were the most fierce, I suppose, that they did this sort of thing. But then you read like the Trail of Tears, the constant breaking of treaties. It just goes on and on and on, and it's like, don't tell me this is not a Christian thing that they did here, even though they did it under the banner of Christianity. And
yeah.
I keep thinking, when has karma kicked in already, or is it going to kick in?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. Does the church pay for? Is the church going to pay for this karmically, or is it just the people that are involved because they were sadistic bastards? I don't know. Excuse my English. I keep thinking, I've heard people who have gone to the Catholic schools in my age group, in the cities, and even older, who went to Catholic schools, and some of these nuns were downright sadistic SOBs. No two ways about it. And it's just like, I'm sorry, That's
It's
one of
it's
them.
a, it's a, it's a, it's a. So Cheryl has typed in another message. So sorry that I keep on taking off my glasses, people. But yeah, so much actually slander actually altogether. Yeah, yeah. It's like also, but yeah. So anyway, so we're Eve and I we're gonna come back to this a little bit later on down the road. We're gonna see eventually how things have been. All right. It seems like that some people have some questions for readings. Now, we're going to sort of walk away from the discussion tonight. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple readings all together. We've done actually already reading to do with the poll. But yeah, if you have any questions, so feel free to type them in. We'd love to actually hear from you. Even if it's to do with general readings, please type in. But if it's a general reading, be more precise, please.
I'm sitting here laughing. You say walk away from it. In the working situation that I was in, I was around a lot of engineers, and sometimes it got a little heated. And one of them would always throw out there, so how about those Red Wings?
Yeah.
So how about those Red Wings? Let's get on to something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it became the go-to statement.
Yeah. Yeah. And I got a question, Eva. How's your podcast coming?
I'll talk to you about it, huh? I have been throwing that back. I was told my friend was watching this, your podcast here. Or is this a podcast or a YouTube thing?
Yeah. It's a podcast.
And they like the discussions that we have and some of the input, and they would love to see just the two of us sitting discussing, no reading, just discussing. She says, well, why don't you just do a podcast yourself? I don't know.
Yes.
So I know it's very involved from what Ollie has said to me. I'm not so sure this is something I want to do after finding out some of the things that he was telling me. So it's up in the air.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, the way they'll let you and I have it is pretty good.
Yes, like this.
So
we have the male, the female, the Canadian, the American, the young person, the old person. We've got opposite viewpoints on different things, and yet we can sit here and discuss it without wanting to kill each other.
Yeah.
About those Red Wings.
So true, Red Wings. All right. So we do actually have. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, but I was going to say though we have a couple people actually in right now. Welcome everybody. Again, though, is if you guys would like to get some readings done, feel free. Please type in. Eva and I were here tonight. We're going to be close a little bit earlier tonight than usual because I have a personal reading afterwards. But again, though, is so Eva. Yes. The first person is from Cheryl. What do the cards say for her for the month of August?
A general reading?
Yeah. Yeah. So she wants to know for the month of August what's going to happen with her.
Well, she'll probably sweat a lot. You're supposed to laugh. Ha ha ha.
Don't worry, I am.
We're supposed to have a lot more hot weather.
Yeah.
Okay. The first card I drew was the Magician. Second card was the Ace of Swords. New adventure coming in, and the Seven of Rods or Wands. When I drew the Ace of Swords, my first reaction is you're going to be starting a new project or a new what's the word I'm looking for? You're starting something new, but it's within things that you've done before, but you're going into a new aspect. The magician, if you look carefully, has all four suits on him or around him. You see the cups, the swords. I'm looking at the rod. What's the other one? The coin. Where's the coins? I know. Oh, the coin is laying right there. All the each deck has its own little. So it's within the realm of what you're doing. You're going to go into a new aspect, and you're going to be starting it very, very soon, probably within the first week of August. Now, this is not a big project. This is it's something new that's going to take you into a different path. The only problem is there's going to be some conflict. And I don't mean that somebody's going to be up against you or anything like that. But it's going to cause you to really stop and decide whether this is something you want to do or whether you want to proceed with it. It's going to be your own thoughts and viewpoints on these things. But my thought is, when I pulled the fourth card up, which is the Three of Cups, one of the things about the Three of Cups is it is success. So whatever is happening in August, you will have success by the end of it. You're going to have to work very diligently at it, because you're going to have people who are going to, or not people, but roadblocks in the way that you're going to be dealing with. And but you're going to be successful. I'm not sure what it is, because I'm not getting any indication, and I'm not getting anything from my guides about this. So whatever it is, within the first week of August, which is next week, there's something new going to come along, and you're really going to like it. It's going to be a good thing. You're going to be happy about it. So go from there.
Awesome.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. All right. So Cheryl, what I got for you though, within the past though, all right, and this is Walking in Beauty. Okay. So hopefully we can see that though. Is Walking in Beauty is what the first card is, and what I'm getting from that one though is sort of what Eva was saying though, altogether. And so basically those in the past though, all right, you were doing a lot more walking, a lot more actually out there. More within the beautiful area though that you are. Again, though, this last year, Trevor and I, we drove through your area, very beautiful, except for this road though that's sort of down the end of your street. That's really windy. That's the only thing though that we came across. But yeah, you were walking actually in beauty is what you were more or less doing in your past though. And beauty though, it could be within anything. Now, within the present, though, this one here is the circle of life. All right. So with the circle of life, though, that you were basically trying to figure out which path to lead. This is for your month of August coming up. All right. But right now, though, you're trying to walk. It feels like though that your head's spinning, though that you're walking around trying to figure out right where you're going, everything else. But the path though is going to lead you in the right direction. The next one I got though was actually within the future. This next one though is the storyteller. All right, so sort of with what Eva was picking up though, storyteller is the best way how to be able to actually work for the month of August with you. So within the first couple of weeks, so within the first or second week though, that you're going to be able to pick up a little bit more stuff. You're going to be able to do a little bit more structure and be able to go more forward with that. All right, you're going to be able to do a little bit more creation. Now within the future though, I'm not saying how long though, but it could be with what Eva was saying though, by the end of the month. And this thing here is a smudging ceremony. Now smudging ceremonies so taking actually the negative energy so that you've been accumulating actually off for a while, cleanse yourself with it and be able to move forward. And that goes good with the present card, which is the circle of life. All right. So you need to be able to work yourself, cleanse yourself, be able to actually tell that story within the right way. All right. You again though is And the first one, though, we get those walking in beauty. So hopefully that's good for you. Now, producer, if you want to be able to pop actually on for a couple minutes, we do have another reading. Eva, if the producer would like to be able to pop on. All right. So the producer's a little bit busy right now. So I'm gonna try to move it down. So this is from Kate. Hey, just came across actually our channel. Thanks very much for Kate for joining. She'd like to be able to get a general reading about her career. Hold on for a sec. Sorry. What current path do we see her going down? Actually, that's the question from Kate. What pathway do we see her going down? And that's actually within the future.
You go first this time.
Okay. All right. So instead of using the oracle cards, I'm going to use the tarot cards. I'm going to see what the cards actually have to say together. And those, so I'm going to do a four split. Again, those, if you have not subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel. Let your friends know. Let your enemies know. Enemies are the best friends. The reason why is because they're always close to you. All right. So let's just go actually with the first cards. All right. So Kate, the very first card I got though was actually within the past though. All right, this one here is the Seven of Cups. So there we go, Seven of Cups. It's about a gentleman or a person looking through a window, looking at books. So basically though that's with your studying, right? But trying to figure out which way though that's best off for you to be able to go forward within your own life. Okay, so again though is the first one though is actually with the past, so it does with study. The second one I got for you though, which is actually with the present though, I'm getting something about a child around you, right? You may have children or else no children, but yeah, right there. So there's one there with the children. It's about somebody playing with children actually all together. That one there is to do with actually the protector. Okay, right. So basically, those with the children area, it's basically protecting. All right. There might be some information though that you're actually holding back, or though that you're actually working with children altogether. Now, within the future though, all right. Most people think this card's negative, but it's not negative at all. This card here is death. Okay, right. Now the thing though is with the death card though, unfortunately, it's not to do with negative, but it has to do with actually it's to do with a chapter closing within your own journey. So that's actually with what I'm getting for you though. It's actually with your own journey though. It's a death though, but basically those are closing one chapter and actually opening up a brand new chapter altogether. The next one I got though is it's an upside down card. And it's a sage of wand. All right. So whatever path though that you're choosing though, even though it's an upside down card, all right, it's about celebration with this one here. It doesn't matter which way though that it's going to be. All right. You have to make the decision yourself for what pathway though that you have to be able to work actually on yourself. You can't let things actually block or what people are saying to you. Follow your own heart. That's what I'm getting from this card here. All right, so Eva, up to you now. Your mic's off, Eva.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I have three major arcana when I drew the cards. The first was the High Priestess. The second was the Lovers. And the third was Strength. Try not to put my fingers over it. Which means generally, and when I do what's happening, the question is, am I on the right path? Right?
Yeah.
You definitely are on the right path. One of the first things I want to say is it could possibly be a new love, but the Lovers in the lexicon, I'm sorry, of the tarot does not necessarily mean love. It does mean a relationship, a union, and it could be business, it could be friendship, it could be a serious relationship, any number of things. But putting it together with the High Priestess and Strength, I would say that with the path that you're choosing, or you have already chosen it, it's going to be one where there's going to be a lot more, I don't want to say dramatic, but you're going to be more aware of them, of some of the incidences that are happening and why you are there. I would say within the next 3 years, you're going to be experiencing a lot of major happenings that are going to really shape the path that you're going to put your feet on and walk. Right now, I'm not going to say you're at a split in the road. You've already made your decision what you want to do, where you want to go, and how you want to do it. The thing is, you don't know if this is, or you're not sure if this is actually what you really want to do. But these incidences are going to show you that, yes, this is the path that you have chosen wisely, as they say, and you are going to make you're going to make good decisions. Go with your internal or your inner voice. It says, listen to it and listen to it with all the vivacity of the strength, because that is where your strength is coming from, what you listen to within yourself. And the fourth card that I drew was the King of Cups. And I know the King of Cups is a very passionate, very concerned, very his mind is made up, and he has the strength of his convictions going behind him, which is what you've been kind of looking for a long time, that you've never been able to quite master, and you will be mastering it. You will be able to do this. And the new path that you are choosing, well, it's not really even a new path, but the actual path that you will be walking, it will be good for you, and you will find yourself doing things that you have not thought you were ever going to do.
She types in, "Thank you very much," and wow, she appreciates it. So, yeah. All right. Well, again, we're going to be ending the night. So again, if you guys have had some technical difficulties, the post will be posted tomorrow from today's show. So again, you'll be able to hear actually all the comments that we've made. Again, we're sorry though that there were some technical issues. It does happen, especially within the spiritual community. Spirituals actually want things said, and some things not. So again, we do apologize for those that actually did experience some technical difficulties tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Again, if you guys haven't yet subscribed, let your friends know about each and every Friday night. Next week, though, Eva and I, we were going to be talking about life after death. All right. Thanks, Eva, for tuning in. You have a wonderful night.
Thank you for having me, and you too, and everybody have a great time.
Okay. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, yo will hide. Yo will hide. Yo, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo.